Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. I'm here with Marcus from Chicago. How did you make it out of Chicago alive if it's supposed to be so dangerous there?
It's a big stereotype. Well, it's not a stereotype. It's some rough places in Chicago, but they make the minority the majority. Everybody's not like that. So,
yeah. What part of Chicago are you from?
South side.
South side.
South suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do they have some rumor has it that they've got a statue of Al Capone on the south side of Chicago? Is that true?
I haven't seen the statue of Al Capone, but they talk about it. I mean, Al Capone is well known around the world. I mean,
yeah. So is this your first time coming to the Philippines?
It is. It is. And it was a 20-hour flight. It was brutal. Brutal, but it was worth it. I'm glad I'm here. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people. You know, it's the thing about the Philippines that I do like though. Mm-hmm. You get in Chicago when you walk past somebody and they staring at you. It's a different type of stare. It's like a challenge almost. Like what you looking at? Mm-hmm. But here, when they stare, it's like more like wow, like almost like a fascination because we're the minority. But when you wave, they'll smile. It's a big smile. You see, it's a big difference. Yeah. It's a difference. It feels good.
Do you mind sharing with us how much was your round trip ticket? Do you mind?
Round trip, I booked maybe 2 months in advance.
Yeah. And
I paid about $1,200 for the round trip, maybe $500 for the hotel.
But I mean, just the round trip ticket was
just the plane ticket by itself.
So you went from Chicago to where?
Chicago to Minnesota, from Minnesota to South Korea, and from South Korea to Cebu.
So did you fly Korean Airlines?
I did. I did.
Yeah. How'd you like that?
It was long, but it was a huge plane. I had never been on a plane with 3 rows. Yeah. They fed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I knew it was going to be a long flight because when I got on the plane, I saw pillows, slippers, and a blanket on my seat. I said, oh, wow.
So this is your first international flight?
Well, yeah. Well, if you count,
I mean, overseas. I'm not talking about like Mexico,
Jamaica,
and all that.
Yeah, that's my first international super flight. I call it a super flight.
Because I tell my viewers all the time that about 5% of Americans fly overseas every year. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean to like Europe, Asia, Africa. They don't consider Mexico and Jamaica and Dominican Republic. They don't even consider that overseas.
Oh.
Even though you're leaving the country.
Right.
International flights like that, about 5%, man. So very few people. What other channels you watch besides man? I mean, how many, do you watch any more? Let me say that.
I do. I watch yours a lot. I watch Please Act Right. I like his channel. O'Shea Jackson. Yeah, I like his channel. And it's another brother, Beautiful Lies.
Yeah, but is it any over here that you watch?
Filipino Pete.
Okay. Have you met her?
I have not. And there's one more, Yuli. She's got a Filipino channel too. I like to watch her.
Have you met her?
I have not.
So I'm the only one you met over here.
The only one. Yeah. The only one.
But I'm just a normal guy, right?
Normal guy, yeah. Pleasurable guy in person. And that's just me really saying that to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
It's it was a blessing to meet you because the courtesy you extended to me, I didn't expect it. I didn't, it just, and you did it out the kindness of your heart, and that's the type of stuff I like, that I remember.
Yeah. So is that important for somebody like you coming overseas for the first time? How important is that I welcomed you into my house and said, hey man, if you need any help, just let me know? Is that a big deal?
Well, when you coming into a foreign country that you've never been to before, that's a huge deal.
Yeah. because I think people take it for granted. Even my viewers who've never been over here. See, I'm trying to build a community. When I came over here in 2009, all the way up to 2018 when I came back, there was nobody waiting for me. You know, the Filipino people, of course, showed me great hospitality, but I mean, there was nobody to show me the ropes, to hang out with if I wanted to, show me where to eat dinner. How's that guest house working out for you?
Hey, it's wonderful, and we kind of debated about it because we didn't want to impose, like, you know, I said, well, he said, you know, he'll extend the courtesy to us. He wouldn't charge us. First 48 hours, get yourself together, no charge. You know, got the refrigerator, the air conditioner, the shower. I mean, you set it out. Got the cable. You know, I can't. You know, that's big, man.
That's big.
That is, man. So,
but you see, you're not intruding because that's a separate unit over there. It's not like you got to knock on my door and say, "Hey, let me in."
Well, to be honest with you, you know, I'm from the city. It's hard to embrace or accept that, you know, somebody is actually extending courtesy to you just strictly out the kindness of their heart. That don't happen. That don't happen every day. So when it does happen, it's like, what's the word? Not really blindsided by it.
I know. But you know, I know you probably saw some of my videos. See, I recovered from alcoholism and drug addiction, man, and strangers helped me. So, yeah, it was foreign to me. Not really, because my mother, man, I'd come home from school and my mother would have a family. It would always be somebody else staying at our house. So I learned that from her. But I'm just glad that I was able to help you. Now, did you meet anybody? I know you got a friend with you, and she's nice looking.
Thank you.
Did you meet her before you came or while you were here?
I did. On a dating site. And we met. We were talking. I was talking to a few, but you know, it kind of connected the most. So we continued to talk, and then it came down to once I booked the ticket and said I was coming. Now it's kind of like, and the thing about it is, she never asked for money. She was always, you know, the conversation was genuine. At least I felt that way. And when I was coming, you know, she took the ferry, took the transportation, and then to the ferry, and then took the ferry, and I had booked the hotel, but they did not take the down payment. She paid that out of her pocket. You know, that was.
So she came to Cebu.
She came to Cebu. And that said a lot to me about her character.
Absolutely. Well, anybody that's ever came over and talked to me will bear witness that I said if she would travel, she's a keeper. That is a green flag. If she's going to travel. I'm at Maryland 5 hours from here. Maryland got on a bus and went to Dumaguete 5 hours to meet me.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife, soon to be ex-wife, she flew from Zamboanga City to Cebu to meet me. See, if they travel, they're keepers. So I saw her and I didn't recognize her. You said she's from San Carlos City, right?
Yeah, she lived like 20 minutes away. That's why we was able to get the scooter and you know, that's her scooter.
Oh, that's her scooter.
So she lives like about 20 minutes away, and I met her mom, her family, but we were supposed to go back and sit down, and I was gonna go buy some stuff, and she was gonna cook, and we was gonna all sit down and eat. But that didn't happen today, but we'll probably do it in the morning or something.
Over their house.
Over her house. You know, formally, you know, talk. Well, you know, if your girlfriend, if y'all want to go out and buy food, you know we got the dirty kitchen back there. If she wants to cook, use the plates, well, you know, like I told you when you got her, make yourself at home, because I mentioned you today, when you eat out a lot like that, man, you spend a lot of money. So you got the refrigerator over there. So if you was to go out and buy some chicken,
some like we had broccoli, we had chicken, broccoli, and rice yesterday. That would be, pesos on the dollar that you're spending now.
That's true, and I agree. But the thing I like about the Philippines is, like that place you recommended,
Mawani, big portions.
In Chicago, that probably would have been a $60-$70 meal. That big steak, the noodles, all the food that we had, and I think I ended up spending like maybe 15 American bucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it was. It's not as bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But how long are you going to be here?
I'll be here till the 17th of June.
So you're going to be here for like, what, 3 weeks or 2 weeks?
About 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I got here on the 31st. Well, I left on the 31st. I arrived in Cebu on the 2nd of June. Mm-hmm. So it was a long journey.
That's a long journey. I made that flight so many times, but I didn't go to Minnesota. I don't know if the pandemic has something to do with that. I went straight from Chicago to South Korea.
Really?
And then from Korea to here.
Yeah, those were the only flights. There was all the flights were two connecting flights.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that plane was shaking, man. It was like hitting a bunch of speed bumps, and you way up in the air. It's like, but they got the movies. Oh man, the flight was so long. I probably watched about 5 movies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about what you're gonna watch.
Yeah,
to get you through but once you land, man, it's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
You touch down, it's hot.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. The atmosphere, the people, the way they greet you, it's totally different.
Did you tell anybody you were coming?
Besides my mother?
Yeah, besides your mother.
Select few people know.
Did anybody say anything like, what are you doing going all the way over there?
Yeah. Some people would, like, why would you go that far? Or honestly,
had they ever heard of the Philippines before?
They have, but to be honest, I talked to a couple of the brothers, and I'm like, yeah, I met a lady over there. But, no, what you need to do is go to Africa and meet a sister. And, like, bro, you do what makes you happy, and I'll support it, and let me do what makes me happy, and support me.
Yeah, that's
if
beautiful.
If not, then I have to.
Well, I get that all the time. They say, man, look at what you doing over in the Philippines. You need to come home and do it in the hood or go to Africa. And I'm like, well, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly.
The earth is my home, man. I don't get into all them boundaries and all that anymore, man. Yeah. Because you're going to limit yourself doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, it worked out for me. I'm glad you're having a good time.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So you're going back to Cebu, right?
Yeah, because they got this, it's like an exhibit where you can see the whales, whale sharks.
Yeah. You're going to like Aslab then, yeah.
I think so, where she's showing me,
Are you going to swim with them or are you just going to watch it?
No, I can't swim.
Oh, you can't swim?
No.
So what's going on in Chicago? Who's dying there? Because if you talk about violence, that's the first thing they bring up. Oh, Chicago. Look at how many people got shot in Chicago over the weekend. Is it just gangs?
It is a lot of violence in Chicago.
I mean, is it just the gangs? Or is it just crazy people walking around with guns shooting each other?
It's not crazy people walking with guns, I would say, but there is a lot of gangbanging. People walking around with these young people walking around with these big extended clip guns, and it does. Yeah, I don't go out after certain hours. I go to work. I'm a real estate agent. I do what I do, show homes or whatever I'm doing, and I come home.
Now, is that your own business or you work for an agency?
I'm a real estate agent for a brokerage, Rice Realty.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was a carpet installer. I installed carpet for 20 years.
Wow.
So
that's a big jump.
Yeah, but carpet is such a physical job. You know, when you come into somebody's home, if they got furniture, you got to move the furniture. If a guy don't show up, you still got to get that job done. You got to take up the old carpet, pull out take out the old materials. Now you got to bring in the new materials. Don't let them be on the third floor. Then once you get everything up there, you got to install it. So I would go home, man, my bones aching so many nights. So I just look for something else to do that I could do without depending on a lot of people in real estate. Just kind of
came your way.
Yeah.
Was that something that you had a dream of doing? I mean, because you don't just get off your knees off the carpet and walk into a damn real estate office, man.
Well, yeah.
Is that something you always would think about, or you had friends in that business?
A friend of mine was a real estate agent, and I saw what they were doing, and I said, "Wow, well, how did you get into that? How can I do it?"
Yeah.
And they pointed me to the class, and I took the class, and it was a rough test, man. I failed it. I failed it the first 2 times, but that third time I passed it, and I don't know. I can't even describe the feeling when you pass that test, that real estate test. And so,
how's the market? And you just do Chicago?
Illinois. Yep.
The whole Illinois. So you drive a lot.
I do. I'm an Illinois real estate agent, but
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I enjoy it. It was an easy transition for me because I ran my own carpet business for 20 years. So for me the transition for me was talking to people. So it's not hard for me to talk to people. The biggest deal for me was the paperwork.
Yeah.
Now I have to learn new paperwork and writing out proposals, and when a person like a house, they want to put an offer in, and how do I write these contracts up? And you know, my first deal, I actually lost it. And yeah, I did. There was a couple that wanted to rent a home, and they had pretty decent credit. So I said, well, why don't you buy a home? And I helped them through the whole process of buying a home. Drove them around for about 2 weeks, looking at all these houses, and I hurt my back moving the refrigerator, and I couldn't go out for like 2 days. And within them 2 days, they went with another agent and bought a house, and I lost that commission.
Well, that says more about them than you.
Yeah.
Here's all the help that you gave. I guess they were in such a hurry that they said, well, hell, we can't wait on him.
Yeah, I think buyers, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're just looking for that house. It's like, I guess if you're shopping for a car and you're dealing with this car salesman, okay, he don't show up a couple days, you still gonna shop for that car.
Yeah.
So if he sell it or if he sell it, she sell it, it don't matter as long as you get your car. And I think that's the buyer's mentality.
But you made your first deal already, right?
Yeah, I've done a few deals. Yeah.
Yeah. How long you been doing it?
I've been doing it 1.5 years. So after 2 years, you can start your own brokerage.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah,
you have to hang your license with another brokerage for the first 2 years.
Yeah. So let me ask you, okay, now the woman that you met, obviously I met her. She's nice looking.
Thank you.
I don't have any special powers to look at somebody, but I can tell that she's mature and she's not playing any games. So do you plan on moving this forward, or you just taking it one day at a time?
Well, I would like to move forward, to be honest with you, and I think she would too, but common sense, to be honest with you, tells me you gotta know people. You know, you just gotta know people. And from what I know of her so far, she's, you know, different from what I've experienced in the past.
Absolutely.
You know, she's done things, you know, like simple things, the little things for me, like you fix your food. I guess that's Filipino. Fix your food. She fold my clothes. I don't ask her to do this stuff.
That's right.
Wipe my shoes down, and you know, I don't ask for it. She just automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw when I came back to give you the Wi-Fi. I saw where your shoes was all neatly arranged, and I said, yeah, she did that.
Yeah.
You didn't do that.
Yeah, I throw my shoes in the corner, and she rearranging them, and all my clothes folded, and I said, wow. And you know, that is what makes an impression on me. You know, the other things, because those things you can't buy.
Yeah.
You know, the sincerity, that's what means something.
Now, does she have children?
She does. She has a 16-year-old son.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just one.
Yeah. She's
Well, that ain't
40.
bad. Well, hell, that's almost like being single, because, hell, he can take care of himself, right?
Yeah.
He's 16.
Yeah. And I met her family. Her family were all nice. They welcomed me. They were very polite. You know, they were her mom, her father, her son. I think her brother-in-law was there. They were they all took me in with open arms.
Genuine welcome, right?
Yeah.
People think I'm joking about that. Yeah. What about San Carlos? Is it clean to you? Because a lot of people say, oh, it's a clean place.
It is. I actually, to be honest with you, I like San Carlos better than Cebu. Cebu is a little crowded for me.
Yeah.
And
the hell, you're from Chicago. They got about the same amount of people, around 5 million, something like that.
Yeah, I don't like all the crowd. I don't like all that crowdedness in this. I'd rather not deal with it. I didn't even go out at night in Cebu.
Yeah.
Here, I go out at night.
Go out at night, yeah.
You know, the worst thing I encountered here so far was it was a bunch of frogs in the field when I was coming through. Yeah, I said, man,
that's because I guess it drains out here.
Okay.
And so whenever it rains, you get all them frogs. Now you can go through there now. There's no frogs.
No.
But if it rains, it's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, and they was hopping around. It was dark though.
Yeah.
And it was because it's really dark. And I had the little flashlight and I saw all the frogs. I said, what? They was just hopping. And she was just laughing at me. She thought it was just hilarious. But other than that, and I never felt threatened or no type of danger. So I love the Philippines. It's a beautiful country, actually, to be honest. And,
I'm glad you like it, because you either like it or you don't. You either love it or you don't. There's no in between. You're either going to come back or you never come. Are you going to stay away?
Right.
That's just how it is, you know.
Yeah, even with the guards, the police, the white, those are police, right?
No, those are guards.
Those are guards, okay. Yeah, they take selfies with me and
absolutely,
everything. They wave.
I did a video on that. How the men, they're more attracted to you than the women, right?
Yeah.
I'm not, when I say attractive, I don't mean in a funny way. I mean,
no.
They want to meet you. They're eager to meet you more than the women.
Yeah, and they wave. You know, they see me recording. They straighten up a little bit. They wave and smile, and it's cool, and I like it. So
you documenting your trip?
I am.
You just taking pictures, or are you making videos too?
I am making videos because I want to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. You know, to share your experiences when you go back. See, like I said, this is what I was talking about on my live stream today. People come over here, they love it, then they go back, tell somebody else, then they come.
Yeah.
And it just keeps on going. The Philippines has gotten really, really popular. It's always been popular, but when it comes to Southeast Asia, not many people come here versus Thailand, Malaysia, and all those places.
South Korea.
Did you ever consider Thailand?
I did consider Thailand. Oh, yeah, there's another guy. What's his name? Richie?
Zoom to Thailand?
Yeah. He, watching his videos, I looked at Thailand. But, I don't know, it was something about the Philippines that I just liked.
It's laid back.
Yeah.
But I can probably guarantee you, I'm probably going to be the only YouTuber you're going to meet. Unless they're going to want to interview you or something.
I'm cool with that.
I'm just saying, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
If you're going to follow me, because if it's not from viewers and subscribers, we don't have a channel.
Yeah.
See, y'all actually built that guest house, not me. Every time you click on one of my videos, see, and watch it. That's how you support me. YouTube rewards me. So I said, well, hell, that's the least I can do. It was just something that came to my mind, but for some reason, they don't want to be bothered. No, it's not a requirement, but I just think like, wow, man, you know, how impersonal is that? These are the people who made us, really. Yeah. Because it's not easy. We make it look easy to have a channel. See, good thing is if you're going to have a channel and be in the Philippines, it's so much content. Yeah. You know, you got people who all they do is interview people because people are steadily coming. And that's all they do.
That's the difference. They actually like being interviewed. Mm-hmm. They don't mind the camera.
Yeah.
I've met, when I walk through the market and different places with my phone, people are smiling, they wave, they like it. But let me walk through the Chicago.
Oh man.
Walk through Chicago with my camera. I would probably get some hostile greet. I mean, people, I don't understand it. People, I think it's I don't know why.
How old are you?
I'm 55.
Oh, you're 55.
I'm 55.
So how long are you gonna work until?
Probably until I can't work anymore.
No, so you're not gonna retire and enjoy life. If you what's your lady's name?
Love.
Who?
Love.
Lavella. Okay. Yeah. If y'all do, stick, were you gonna bring her there, or was you coming here?
I would not bring a woman to Chicago.
Yeah.
She would not get influenced by that. No, they'll never whisper in her ear. And I know how the Chicago women are. I've dealt with several of them, and I would move to the Philippines.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds. I've never heard it like that, but that's what happens when she gets a job over there. You know how American women are. They meddling. They're always meddling. Even the men.
Yeah.
Was that your husband? How'd you meet him? How old is he? And then they see the age gap. What are you doing with an old man like that? Look at me. I earn more money than him. And then next thing you know, you got problems.
Yeah. And the next man would try to.
That's right. The next Pat. The next man. The next Pat. That's what I call him.
Yeah. And he might not even really like her, but he just want to. Yeah. Just to see if he can do it. Mm-hmm. Women too. They just, girl, you ain't gotta, you cleaning and cooking for him. You ain't gotta do all that.
You folding his clothes. And, I went over there and you putting his shoes in line and all that. What are you doing? Let him do it himself, girl. Are you crazy? Yeah. That's what they tell them, man. I did a whole video on that. And it's absolutely true. Yeah. There's nothing fake about that. And the Filipinos like, well, what do you mean? I don't have to do that. Yeah, just say no sometimes. That's where they learn no.
And repetition will cause an effect. They keep putting it in her ear. Yeah. One day she'll come home and I'll be like, where's dinner at? Oh, I didn't feel like cooking today. Oh, yeah. Then it'll, now it's 2 days.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting dinner once a week till once a month.
Then next thing you know, she's moving out.
Yeah, or hanging out. Yeah, starting to hang out.
Oh, she's going to hang out, then she's going to move out.
Yeah. And now I done bought a, so now I'm back at square one. I came all the way over to the Philippines for something traditional and brought her back to the United States. And
now she's irrational. She went from traditional to irrational. Because they're irrational over there.
Modernized.
Yeah. They're not even modern over there.
That's what they call themselves.
Yeah, I know. They're more irrational than anything. But thanks, man. And I didn't mean to put you on the spot with the interview, but I usually like to, because me and you had never really sat down and talked anyway. So I said, well, hell, let's do it in front of the camera. Same thing.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I did want to talk to you and get a one-on-one with you. I do appreciate your time and just being here. And
well, why don't y'all eat dinner with us tonight instead of you going out? Me and Merlin will go get something. We'll let her mother cook us. The mother usually cooks.
No pork. No.
Okay, you don't eat pork. No, we won't eat pork. We'll have chicken or fish. Get something green and of course rice. You eat rice.
I do.
Yeah. And that way, we can kind of, you'll see how they do it. You'll see really what I'm talking about, where they do everything in here. You can't even pick up a spoon. They're going to bring it to you, man. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that, she does that. And she fixed the food and prepared it and set it out, laid the towel out and fixed the plates. And that is like a little mini buffet for me. And I was like, wow, okay.
See, you don't have to tell me because I already know, but you can tell my viewers, like, they're passionate too, right?
Yes.
They're the same way in the bedroom as they are in everything else, right? I'm not trying to be...
I didn't want to take it there, but,
Yeah. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole lot different than what you're used to over there.
Yeah. It's a difference.
It's a big difference to me, it's a big difference. I was wanting to show you that. Have you been seeing these little geckos?
Yeah. Is it one in here?
Yeah.
I don't see them.
Well, it went up behind the picture. But they don't bother you, them little bitty ones. I like them because, that little bug that was bothering us, he probably ate it already. But the ones in Sikihor, man, they're big.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're big, about like this. And they're about this thick, and they're ugly, man. We had a white one.
Yeah.
But those are the small ones. But thank you, man. Like I said, y'all can eat dinner with us tonight. If there's anything you want, if you want fish, let us know. If you want chicken, let us know. Because her mother can make some just crazy delicious chicken adobo. So that's what I tell her to make. And then some broccoli. You like broccoli?
I do.
Green beans and rice.
I do.
And then these blue drinks, man. I don't get paid for them, but they're good, right?
It is.
It's the first time you had it.
Yeah.
It's like a flavored water, but there's no aftertaste. Like over there.
Yeah, like a vitamin taste. The fruits over here are different too. The bananas, I've eaten bananas, the pears, tangerines, grapes. They different.
Yeah, they're different.
They're different. You can tell. I think the fruits in the United States, I don't know if they spray them with some type of chemical or preservative or what.
Well, you don't see them big bananas over here.
No.
But the bananas are smaller, right?
Yeah, they
get them right off the tree.
Yeah.
That's the laco, what do they call them? I don't want to say laco wine, but anyway, they've got like 5 or 6 different types of bananas.
They taste different.
And they're very sweet, right?
They are sweet. Yeah.
The bananas over there, them Dole bananas over there, man, they don't have any taste to them.
No, and they no. And you see little seeds in the bananas too.
Yeah, over there.
I think I seen in here, and those little short fat ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen a couple seeds in the banana.
You haven't eaten them boiled ones yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
When the ones they're about this thick, and they cut them and they either like a green or like a yellow, and they boil them. Then you peel them and eat them, man. They're delicious.
You know what I did try that I like? I like the mango. The mangoes.
Oh yeah, the mangoes are delicious. Yeah,
I like the
sweet.
mangoes.
Yeah.
They're sweet.
Man have to be cold.
You like them cold?
I like them cold, man. I like all my fruit cold.
Yeah. It is good cold. It is good cold.
So what would you say to any new guys or women out there who are thinking about coming to the Philippines who may be apprehensive? What would you say to them?
I would say if you come into the Philippines, leave your United States mentality behind. It's a totally different country, totally different atmosphere. And
do they have anything to worry about? Because a lot of people say, man, it's a long way to go. Are they going to rob me? The reputation that the Philippines has, it's not the correct one.
Right.
But people over there, they think that the Manila is the Philippines. They think, that every woman's a bar girl. They think everybody's a scammer.
No.
It's not like that, right?
That goes back to the same thing that we was talking about Chicago, the minority looking like the majority. Yeah. When you think of Chicago, you think of killers and all type of
gang bangers and all that. Yeah,
you don't see the real estate agents, the hardworking people, the blue collars.
Right.
You don't see that. Same thing with the Filipinos. You don't let the minority. Not saying that's not here, because I've talked to Filipino women and they've asked for money, and if they ask for money, I'll just
you got to get rid of them.
Yeah, move on to the next one. That's how.
That's the red flag. Yeah. They're never going to ask you guys, the ladies out there. They're never going to ask you. They know their reputation. Yeah. They know about the unspoken agreement. Okay. Which you're operating under right now. You're going to take care of her. She's going to take care of you. True. She doesn't have to ask you for money. You know why? She don't have any. So when you went to Mawani the other night, you didn't say, hey, let's go half.
No,
you paid for it.
I did.
Right?
With no problem.
With no problem.
Yeah.
That's the unspoken agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because you can date a woman in the city. And not all. I don't, because I don't want to sound like I'm bashing, or bashing the Western women, because I'm not. You know, I love my sisters over there.
That's right.
A lot of women over there, you can do the same thing. Like, say, I live in Chicago and I fly somebody in from Miami. They'll still, like, I ain't got to do nothing for you. So what? You bought all the food and do, even though you know. I'm not flying you over here for nothing. Yeah. You know, I've never done that personally, but I've seen brothers that have done that, and they get to acting like that. It's not like that here.
No, it's not like that.
It's not like that.
They know what the deal is. If you fly 20 hours, first of all, it makes them feel special. He flew 20 hours to see me. Because I asked Merle, I said, well, what is it that makes y'all think that y'all the prize? He said, yeah, because y'all get on a plane and y'all fly all the way over here to see us. He said, that really makes us feel special.
Wow.
So she's going to reward you for that. You know, now, I see you wear glasses. If you start looking around, man, you're going to need some dark glasses. Because once she see you booty watching and looking at other women, it's going to kind of diminish what y'all got going on. So watch that, okay? Yeah. Because there's a lot of women around here, right?
It's a lot of beautiful women.
In the Philippines. Yeah. I mean, a lot.
It is. So, and you kind of get a little struck by it at first, because it's new, and you see them and they looking at you because you're a foreigner. I think maybe Cebu they see more, but over here I'm in San Carlos, in certain parts they don't see as many. That's right. Of us. So, that's right. You know, we walk around and they, like I said, the stare, which is a good. That's why I say you got to get your mind reconditioned from the United States. When somebody's staring at you, it's not a bad thing. It's maybe a fascination, or
maybe a compliment.
Yeah, exactly. So when all you got to do is say, "Hey," and they'll crack a smile, "Hey," and they'll talk to you.
That's right.
You know, I had a guy on a scooter. He pulled up, and I was sitting on the scooter waiting on. I went to the store to get something, and he just pulled up and started talking to me. Hey, how are you? And I'm, hey, how you doing? And we talking, and it was just, you know, it was just. But in Chicago, that wouldn't.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
No,
they look straight ahead. You at the light, and they're looking straight ahead. But thank you, Marcus, man. I really appreciate your time. You're welcome back anytime, man. You know, like I said, we're gonna have y'all for dinner tonight. And so don't worry about spending anything else. I try to do that because from the time you get here to the time you leave, you're spending. Yeah. And so I just do that, offer that courtesy, just to let you rest your pockets for a couple of days. It really helps, trust me. At the end of your trip, you're going to see that difference. Yeah. You're going to see that money that you saved coming here, believe it or not. So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. If you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, not a day goes by I don't help somebody. Have you helped anybody since you've been here?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. Besides my lady.
Yeah, besides your lady. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse because you've seen some of the struggles here, right?
I have.
Yeah.
I've seen... Right. Yeah, one of the things that stuck out in my mind was I seen a little kid. He was laying on the stairs. Yeah, and that kind of
Yes.
You know, it kind of, you know, if you got any sense of
humanity,
it will.
It's gonna strike you.
Yeah.
You can't help everybody though, because you know you'll go broke, but that's no excuse not to try to help somebody. Okay, and that's the way I look at it, because we were at the store yesterday and a little bit boy, I'm like, well, where's his parents? I mean, he's little, man. I mean, he had to be no more than 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting anything down, you know. I'm just saying that that's what you see over here, right?
Yeah.
So I try to help somebody every day, because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time.